Good eye, Mike. It's your friendly neighborhood security guard Flashlight here, and this is Top Flight Security of the World.
Ma'am, I should warn you, I do have the authority to make a citizen's arrest.
Taser, taser, taser!
I got people threatening my safety. I'm the security officer here.
You ain't a real cop, you a flashlight cop.
What it is, people. What they do. Welcome back, Top Flight Security of the World. Now, I'm hoping everyone has, I don't know why, I can't do this. I tried something new with the hoodie on the, I can't, I'm restricted. I don't know how the kids do it these days. Wear everywhere hoodie. Anywho, I'm hoping everyone has been having, you know, the holiday spirit, and I'm hoping you're getting all your Thanksgiving food and your family and your Christmas decorations and everything. You know, happy holidays to everyone. Because of that, I know you're busy ripping and running. I won't keep you here for long. I came up on this, news clip we're about to see a while back, but I don't really remember it, if that makes sense. I remember seeing it a while back, and then once I was scrolling for content for today's video, I seen it. I don't really remember it, but I know it's bad, like really bad. So we're going to watch it. It's going to feel like the first time I'm watching it. And you know what we do here, you know, we don't talk through the video, and we're going to discuss it. So without any further ado, I would like to entitle this video I don't know what this video is about, so I can't come up with like a little catchy little title. I forgot what it was about, but anywho, let go.
Nearly 2 years to the day since a man was shot and killed in a North Portland Lowe's parking lot.
Well, today, the private security guard who pulled the trigger learned his fate in a Multnomah County courtroom. Fox 12's Connor McCarthy was in the courtroom and joins us live in North Portland to tell us how long that man will now spend in prison.
Well, Pete and Riel, 30-year-old Logan Gimbel was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 25 years for shooting and killing 49-year-old Freddie Nelson here at this Lowe's parking lot right here behind me. Now, next Tuesday is the anniversary of his death and the shooting that terrified customers. 2 years later, in statements, family members wrote that they're still trying to process that day. It's been nearly 2 years to the day since 49-year-old Freddie Nelson was shot and killed in a North Portland Lowe's parking lot. Today, family members got the chance to express the pain and sadness to Logan Gimbel, the man who pulled the trigger.
He took my best friend and partner of over 30 years. He took the father of our 3 children and our grandson's grandpa, or papa.
Multnomah County prosecutor Amanda Nadell read a statement from Nelson's wife, Carly. She wrote how she will never be the same after May 29th, 2021.
I pray that someday I can have a forgiving heart so that I can move on with my life. As of now, I cannot see how I can ever learn to live with this pain. Not 1 hour has passed without thoughts of my husband, and many tears have been shed.
Court documents say there was a dispute between Nelson and Cornerstone Security Group over Nelson selling wooden pallets in the weeks leading up to the shooting. Even though he had an agreement with Lowe's to collect and sell the store's unwanted pallets, the security company banned him from the parking lot. On May 29th, Gimbel confronted Nelson, and it escalated quickly. Gimbel pepper sprayed Nelson and his wife before opening fire on Nelson with a gun he wasn't allowed to legally carry as a security guard. Gimbel's lawyer claimed he was acting in self-defense, saying Nelson was driving toward Gimbel before he opened fire, but the jury saw otherwise. Earlier this month, they found Gimbel guilty of second-degree murder.
I just want to say to the Nelson family, I'm sorry for the loss that I caused, and I hope that with this they can find some closure.
Today, he was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 25 years. Even though Nelson's family may have gotten justice, his wife wrote memories of that day will never go away.
This tragic loss of my husband has devastated me in every way, financially, mentally, physically, and emotionally. I have been forever changed, and I don't know that I will ever be the same again.
Well, Pete and Riel, Gimbel's defense team, says that they're planning on appealing this verdict. And also the judge opened up a 90-day window if the family of Nelson would like to file any restitution against Gimbel. And also there is a civil case against the security company that hired Gimbel, and that's still making its way through the courts. Reporting live in North Portland, Connor McCarthy, Fox 12 Oregon.
Wow. Wow. I remember hearing about this story, but I didn't know that. All right, people, you heard it. Let's get into it. So, quick little story. Okay, so I was working for this security company. I'm not going to say their names, but I was the overnight supervisor. I was the road captain. This company was one of those security companies that they don't pay. As a supervisor, I was making $15 an hour. As a road supervisor, I was traveling from Homestead all the way to Carol City. That was my whole jurisdiction. I had to check on posts. Anybody from Miami, Florida, or from South Florida, you know, from Carol City to Homestead, it's a drive. So this particular company was pretty big, but when you're a big company like that, people calling out, man, there's people calling out, people not showing up, people. So I just wanted to give you a little set the scene here. It was just one guy. I had to check up on his post. This was an unarmed post. I go into the building. He's sitting in like one of the apartments that we use for our office, but this is basically an apartment. Gun out on the table, playing PlayStation. I do what a supervisor supposed to do. I reported it to my higher ups. He was supposed to be immediately fired, but because the company didn't have no one, he would always fill in whenever somebody calls out. He's there. You know, he come to work, even though when he gets to work, that's illegal. That's a felony. And they suspended him or fired him. 2 weeks later, he's back on the post. Why? Because they couldn't find anyone to fill those posts, and he's available. They would rather fill that post and have someone with a D license that's not that cannot carry any firearm, and have him walk around with a firearm just to fill that post. I say that to say this. This is the connection. They said that this security guard had an unauthorized firearm, or so. Here's the thing: was he licensed to carry? Was he not licensed to carry and had a gun on him, or was he licensed to carry the gun, a firearm, but not licensed to carry a particular firearm? Down here, when you're a security guard, you can have 380s, 9mm, 40 calibers. But if you qualify for a 9mm, you can't go and carry around a 40 caliber. If you qualify for a 40 caliber, you cannot go around carrying a 9mm. You have whatever you qualify for. That's what you have to carry. So that I don't know. Either way, it was wrong for him. Another thing is, the father had permission from the client, from Lowe's, for him to not only collect pallets, but sell pallets on their property. Here's the lack of communication from the security guard and the client. You get that a lot. The client says, hey, it's cool for you to do this. They don't relay that to the security guard. The security guard sees someone doing it. The person says, hey, I got permission from Lowe's or whoever that I can do this. Security guard says, I have people lying to me all day, every day. No, you're not. The person get upset because they're telling the truth. You ever try to tell somebody and you're telling the truth? Like, yo, I got permission to do this. And this guy, this security guard, because, you know, we don't really, security guards are not really respected. You're getting angry. I'm not blaming the dad. I'm just saying what could have went on. And a scuffle breaks out, blase, blase. That was the lack of communication between Lowe's and the security guard. The security guard was totally, I was about to cuss. Totally wrong. Totally wrong. This is what should have happened. The security guard approached the father. Hey, you cannot sell pallets or collect the empty pallets here. Dad says, yes, I am. I have permission from Lowe's to do so. Security guard then goes to Lowe's, the manager or whoever's there, and asks them, hey, Dad says he has permission to do this. Does he? Manager or whoever says, yes. That's it. We don't know the what's that word? We don't know all the specific details that went on. Did the security guard go to a manager? The manager said no. Security guard went back to Dad and this broke out. You know, was the conversation, did the security guard approach the dad very aggressively? You know how some tactical toms is. You know, they get a little bit of authority and they think they police officers. Hey, you can't do that, blah, blah, blah. Which in turn will get Dad upset, blah, blah, blah. They go back at it. And then they said that the security guard, the reason he fired was because Dad was coming at him with the car. I wasn't there, but just going on what they said, a car is a deadly weapon. Could Dad have been coming towards him with the car? But who knows how far Dad could have been farther away and just driving his direction. Probably was going to make a left turn or a right turn and he just started firing. Who knows? We don't know. They didn't show it. But because of he's been arrested and he's charged and he has life with the possibility of parole, I think 20 after 20 years, the police department have done their due diligence and they found him guilty. I'm sorry. I hold security. I am for the guards. I am for security. I am pro security. But when you're wrong, you're wrong. You're dead wrong. If what they're saying is true, why give him the possibility of parole? Lock him up for life. Forget it. I don't care, because once you, there are steps that you have to, take in order to even get to the point where you have to fire your weapon. You're not even supposed to have a weapon or that specific weapon in the first place, sir. They got permission. Dad got permission from Lowe's. Now, there needs to be better communication between Lowe's and the security guard. If Lowe's said he could do it, they should have been like, hey, this guy is going to be on the property doing that, whatever, blase, blase. This is just ridiculous. And this is a problem, an ongoing problem that the public don't know about. The communication between the client and the security company or the security guard. all of my security guards, you know exactly what I'm talking about, where something happens and you have no knowledge of what, and you find out later on that the client okayed this or greenlit this, and you're lost in the sauce. I recently went through this maybe about 2 months ago. We're going to end the video with this. I was doing arms security for this place. Let's just say that. And one guy came in and another guy came in right in the back. Actually, they was talking. And before they come in, I'll look at a person or whatever, make sure they're not a danger. Make sure they ain't coming in with no AKs or whatever, And they went in there. The dude that was second, that was talking to the first dude, came back out. He had a book bag. He had a red book bag. In this place, people come in with all type of bags and stuff. And the client, the man who ran everything, once the second guy came out, the client came out, was like, "Hey, you seen that guy?" I was like, "I'm guessing you talk about the guy with the red book bag." He was like, yeah, you let him get past you. Hold on. I didn't let anyone get past me. The guy, the client said, "Oh, did you check his book bag?" No one told me that it'll be okay. I didn't know that was part of my duties. I didn't know I had the power or the authority to frisk someone if I wanted to, check bags if I wanted to. This is one of those places where if a person feels a certain type of way, like they could make a real big deal out of it, they could probably potentially end the contract because a person feel a certain type of way. And me and the head client, I was like, this wasn't a part of the rules. Now that you're telling me now, going forward, now that I know I have the authority, that's what you wanted, because this wasn't told to me in the beginning, that I can frisk people, search people bags, before they come into this facility. Now you know that, but he was a little bit upset. "Oh, you let this guy slip past." Don't do that. Don't do that. "Oh, you no, I didn't let anyone. You didn't let me know that this was part of my duties. Now I know that. But the lack of communication between the client and the security guard. Again, lock them up. Forget the probation. Man, I have no sympathy for none of that, because there are plenty of steps to prevent you from doing something like this, yet you did it. Parole after 20 years? For what? Anywho, thank all of you guys for liking, subscribing, and commenting. Y'all know I be in the comments there with you. I be in the trenches with you. Thank you for your continuous support. Man, we're progressing slowly but surely. I like to grow. I'm growing this channel organically. Some people might buy views, buy what's the thing called? Buy comments, buy subscriptions to their channel. Everyone, all 300 something of the people that subscribe here are real, authentic people, and a few of them done cussed me out a few times before. So, hey, I hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Unfortunately, I'm on a diet. So I will be ignoring that diet on Thanksgiving. Yes, I will be. And I hope to see you next week. No, because Christmas is still a while away. Anywho, hey man, thanks again for watching. Like, subscribe, follow us on all the social media stuff. Y'all know what to do. Peace. Shouts out to the gods.
You ain't a real cop, you a flashlight cop.
See, a while. God damn it.